All right, here we are, still in Unit 7. Now we're moving on to page 9. So we're going to be looking at still the unit circle with this stuff, but we're going to be looking for it in a little bit different ways. First, I want you to work on getting reference angles and getting that sort of stuff. So it's been kind of confusing when I've asked you to do this. We've always we're always going to make a hypotenuse of a triangle with through the origin out. That's going to be your hypotenuse. So on page 9, starts with given the following angles, sketch, find the angles, which you've done before. So like a 300-degree angle would be about here. And when we do that, we draw the angle like that. But it says make the angle and then find and sketch the corresponding reference angle. So the reference angle is however much it takes to get to the x-axis. So sometimes you're going to complete a circle, sometimes you're going to complete a half circle, sometimes it's going to be you're going to go backwards to the 180 mark. So if this is 300 degrees here, the reference angle, which would be the leftover one here, would be 60. I'm going to skip over to letter C here because you see A and C both have the degree mark. So, and letter B does not. So that means this is in degree. A and C are degrees, but B is in radians. So negative 135 is somewhere here. And we draw the angle like that. So initial side, terminal side. And see, we want to make the triangle to here, so I'm trying to figure out how much the angle is up to that point. So that would be a 45 degree. So letter B, going back, this is in radians. It intentionally does not have the degree mark, so we're not talking about a 2.3 degree angle. We're talking about 2.3 to 2.3 radians. So remember, this is 2 pi in one full circle, 0 or 2 pi, and this is pi. So think about it in terms of this. This is about 3.14, and this is 2 times 3.14, about 6.28. So 3, if it was just 3, 1.5 would be the halfway point. So 2.3 is in the second quadrant somewhere, going to here. So our reference angle is here. So we're taking it away, so 3.14 minus 2.3 leaves us 0.84 radians. Alright, so we're going to kind of use those ideas, and we're going to actually incorporate what we had with the positive and negatives, and we're going to solve some triangles in the unit circle. Okay, so without a calculator, so when it says sine is going to be positive 1/2, so we're doing like we have done the past couple days, and think about what quadrants sine is positive in. So it is not the third and not the fourth. So we actually have triangles here and here. So what we're doing is we're looking for how much is this angle from the 0 to here, and we're looking for how much is this one starting here but ending at that hypotenuse. So you're always trying to determine how much is it to the hypotenuse. Alright, so sine is 1/2, or 1/2, so that means the y value of the triangle is 1/2. So 1/2 here, 1/2 here. Okay, in a 30, 60, 90, the 1/2 is always across from the 30. If you have root 3 over 2, that's across from the 60, and the 1 is the hypotenuse. Alright, so in this triangle, the 30 is here and here. So when you do this, you are trying to figure out how much is it to the hypotenuse. So theta is going to be a 30-degree angle, because that's the first one in the first quadrant, and then this to the second quadrant, it is from here to here, it is 150. Alright, so this is, think of sine as the y distance. So going up. So the next one, same kind of thing. So if you see 1/2 of root 3 over 2, that means you have the 30, 60, 90 triangles. If you see the negatives, you're going to have to figure out what quadrant, and also the root 2 over 2 are the 45, 45, 90 triangles. Alright, so cosine, we're looking for negative ones, so it can't be here and here. Okay, so the triangle I'm doing is right here, and the triangle I'm doing is right here. You always want to start from the 0 and get to the hypotenuse. So you're going to here, and then you're going to here. Okay, so like I just said, 45, 45, 90 is your root 2 over 2's. Okay, so cosine is negative root 2 over 2. That's the x, so this is a 45 and this is a 45. Now, one thing I didn't notice or didn't mention initially, I could keep going around and around a circle and do these, but in the first one, I want it in terms of degrees because it's between 0 and 360 and it's indicating degrees. In this one, the answers should be in radians. So if you can get degrees and then want to convert to radians, that's fine too. So from here to here, 0 to here would be 135, and then from here past, so it's 180 past to the other hypotenuse is 225. So either look at the unit circle and get those, or get a unit circle and figure it out from there if you're good with that, or convert it with the pi over 180, and so it's going to be 3 pi over 4 and 5 pi over 4. Okay, just a reminder that cosine is the x value. Okay, back to page